Brother, you're here, your little treasure suddenly went berserk. What's going on? Daniel asked in a deep voice. I don't know what's going on. After he woke up, he was looking for someone everywhere. I wondered if he was looking for Selena, so I told him not to look for her. The beautiful aunt had already left. As soon as he finished speaking, he left violently. Little treasure seems to like Selena quite a bit, but he won't be so excited when he hears that she's gone. And Rick hadn't experienced such intense mood swings for a long time. After listening to what happened, Daniel walked straight towards his son. The little guy noticed Daniel approaching, and immediately shrank back vigilantly. His eyes were full of defense and repulsion, and he didn't even recognize his own father. Daniel stopped 3 steps away from his son, and said in a calm tone, Your second uncle told you that your aunt is gone, literally. She has no physical problems. She has been discharged from the hospital and returned home, not dead. If you leave like your grandma, you will never come back, understand? Probably only when facing his son would Daniel be so patient and speak so long in one breath. Saul was dumbfounded. Is there any mistake? I just said 2 words. Let's go, and he made up so much in his head. In fact, Rick was frightened when he saw Selena fall with his own eyes, so it's not surprising that he would misunderstand what he said when he was emotionally unstable. After listening to Daniel's explanation, Rick still huddled on the windowsill with his head buried, motionless. So Daniel took out a note. She gave it to you. Do you want to see it? Rick paused, and then, as if a switch had been pressed, he raised his head instantly, opened his short hands, and motioned for his father to hug him. Saul. Doctors and nurses at the scene. The whole room was so tormented that they almost collapsed, but Daniel managed it with a piece of paper. Saul originally thought that his brother and Selena's request for a note was superfluous, but now he is completely convinced. Daniel hugged his son and sat down on the sofa, then handed him the note. The little guy couldn't wait to pick it up. He already knew how to read and could read by himself. Baby, thank you for saving me, you are amazing. Looking at the words on the note and the love heart drawn on the back, the little guy's eyes sparkled, and his little face seemed to be a little flushed. Although he pursed his lips reservedly, the corners of his mouth couldn't help but curl up slightly. The little guy looked so cute. Saul looked like hell. I'm going. Did I get dazzled just now, bro? Our little treasure actually laughed. I can't remember how long ago I saw him smile last time. What did Selena write? Saul was about to take a peek, but Rick immediately hit him like a baby. But Saul had already seen it. How could such an ordinary message make Rick so happy? This Selena is really not easy. Daniel did not speak, but looked at his son with gentle eyes. After Rick woke up, Daniel took him home directly, and put off all the company's affairs to stay at home with him. At night, number 8 Platinum Emperor Palace. The huge living room was deserted. 2 people, one big and one small, sat opposite each other across the dining table, each looking colder than the other. Daniel. Eat. Rick turned a deaf ear. Daniel. I'll say it for the last time. Little treasure didn't move. Daniel. Do you think childish threats like hunger strike are useful to me? Rick is like an old monk in meditation, completely immersed in his own world, without any reaction to the outside world. The father and son continued to confront each other. After an hour, Daniel called Saul. Send me Selena's address. Well, it turns out that hunger strikes do work. Saul was very efficient, and immediately sent Selena's specific address to his brother's phone, followed by a lot of gossip. Of course, Daniel ignored it. This time there was no need for Daniel to speak. As soon as Rick saw his father pick up his jacket and car keys, he immediately followed him step by step. Daniel lowered his eyes and glanced at his son at his feet, then leaned over and hugged him helplessly. This is no exception. Next chapter.